the intelligence inside you. Long before you learned how to think, long before you learned how to doubt, something inside you already knew. It knew what felt right. It knew what felt wrong. It knew when something was aligned and when it wasn't. That intelligence was never logical. It never spoke in words. It spoke in feelings, instincts, quiet certainty. That intelligence was your soul. But as life went on, you were taught to ignore it. You were taught to trust plans over feelings, fear over intuition, approval over authenticity, logic over inner truth. Slowly, you learned to silence the very thing that was designed to guide you. And yet, it never stopped knowing. Carl Jung believed that the psyche carries an inner wisdom, a guiding force that moves us toward wholeness. When ignored, life becomes chaotic. When followed, life becomes meaningful. Your soul is not confused. Your soul is not lost. Your soul is not unsure. You are. Because you've been trained to distrust yourself. Every time you felt pulled toward something that didn't make sense, you were told to be realistic. Every time you felt resistance toward a path everyone praised, you were told to be grateful. Every time your heart said no, your mind forced a yes. And each time, the distance between you and your soul grew. Not because your soul left, but because you stopped listening.
Why you stopped trusting yourself. Trusting your soul requires courage, and courage is dangerous in a world that rewards conformity. From an early age, you learned that listening to yourself could lead to rejection, disappointment, failure, loneliness. So you adapted. You learned to seek permission before trusting your own instincts. You learned to doubt your feelings. You learned to override your inner voice with logic, fear, and external advice. Jung called this the development of the persona, the mask we wear to survive socially. The problem is not the mask. The problem is forgetting who you are underneath it. When you stop trusting your soul, life becomes a series of compromises. You choose what is safe over what is true. You choose what is accepted over what is meaningful. You choose what looks right over what feels right. And slowly, a strange thing happens. You begin to feel disconnected from joy, purpose, and direction. You ask others what you should do. You search endlessly for signs outside yourself. You feel lost even when you are successful. Not because you lack guidance, but because you stopped trusting the only guidance that truly knows you. Your soul never wanted to control your life. It only wanted to guide it.
The signs your soul has been sending you. Your soul does not give up easily. When you ignore intuition, it finds other ways to speak. It speaks through discomfort, through restlessness, through that feeling that something is off, even when everything looks fine. You feel it when success feels empty, when relationships feel draining, when routines feel suffocating. These are not flaws in you, they are messages. Jung believed that what we ignore consciously returns as symptoms. Burnout is not laziness. Anxiety is not weakness. Emptiness is not failure. They are signals. Your soul is saying, this is not the path. This is not aligned. You are moving away from yourself. The problem is not that you don't know the way. The problem is that you keep walking against it. Every time you felt peace about an unexpected choice, that was your soul. Every time you felt heavy committing to something everyone praised, that was your soul. Every time you felt alive doing something that scared you, that was your soul. It has always known.
The fear of trusting your soul. Trusting your soul is terrifying because the soul does not guarantee comfort. It guarantees truth. It may ask you to leave things that feel familiar. It may ask you to disappoint others. It may ask you to step into uncertainty. And fear will say, what if you're wrong? What if you fail? What if you lose everything? But here is the truth most people never realize. Not trusting your soul is already costing you everything. It costs you peace. It costs you energy. It costs you meaning. Jung believed that true growth requires descent, going inward, facing fear, and choosing authenticity over approval. The soul does not shout. It waits. It waits for the moment when the pain of ignoring it becomes greater than the fear of listening. That moment is not a breakdown. It is a breakthrough.
What happens when you finally trust it? The moment you trust your soul, something shifts. Not outside, inside. You feel relief before you feel certainty, calm before clarity, lightness before results. You stop forcing answers. You stop chasing validation. You stop fighting yourself. You begin to move differently. You say no without guilt. You say yes without fear. You choose alignment over approval. And slowly, life begins to respond, not because the world changed, but because you did. Jung called this alignment individuation, becoming who you truly are. When you trust your soul, resistance fades. Decisions feel cleaner. Even challenges feel meaningful. You may not know every step, but you know the direction.
The life that was waiting for you. In the end, trusting your soul does not give you a perfect life. It gives you a real one. You stop asking, "What should I do?" and start asking, "What feels true?" You stop living by fear. You stop shrinking. You stop betraying yourself. And you realize something profound. Your soul was never lost. It was waiting. Waiting for you to stop doubting. Waiting for you to stop running. Waiting for you to trust what it has always known. Because your soul knows the way. It always has. And when you trust it, life finally begins to move forward.